What up, YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. This is the Visual Podcast. Thank you for stopping by. Listen, it's not slightly different, it's a very different video than what I usually put on my channel. As you can see from the title as well as the thumbnail, I went skydiving recently. Yeah, skydiving a couple weeks ago. So I want to be able to hop into that video to share with you guys that experience, because I think that it's important to share and talk about these things as well. So if you came in for a data video, feel free to kick off. I'll see you next video. Also, real quick, before we get into it, I need you guys' help. If you want me to react, if you have a video question, anything, if it's dating, finances, anything you're going through with life, I'm gonna leave my email address down in the description box. Maybe I'll pop it on the screen right now. I wanna start using that email address. It's mediocretutorialsandreviews@gmail.com. I want you guys to start being able to use that instead of putting the video request in the comment section. Over time, it's just been getting really hard to review the comment sections and see what videos that I should be talking about where. If it's an email format, it'd be really much more easier for me to categorize things. So again, utilize that email address and I will add it to the backlog. So that's gonna be my new process. All right, so again, back to the original intent of the video, skydiving. Went not too long ago. It was crazy, but instead of me sitting here and talking to you about it, how about I just react to it, all right? Let's jump right in.
I'm here to skydive.
Skydive?
Yeah.
I made a wrong turn. I thought this was bigger after.
No. That's next time. That's next time.
Okay. Well, in just a minute, we're going to get that plane right over there.
Okay.
We're going to go up about 2 miles high. We're doing free fall for about a mile. We're going to change for about a mile. You ready for that?
I think I'm ready for that. What we want to see. But listen, I want to do flips on flips on flips. Like, you got me? Listen, I don't want you to say I'm like intermediate. All right? It's going to be first time but I'm intermediate. All right? I want to look like a figure skate up there. I want to be elegant and flip multiple times on my way down. Can you do that for me?
Well, we'll see what we can do.
All right, cool.
Okay, John, what do you want to say to the consultators that's going to be watching this?
Listen, you got to do everything that you thought that you could never do.
So I just want to say this real quick. So I wasn't scared at all, right? So I got a call from Kelly, who I've done videos with in the past. You guys don't know Kelly. And she said that she's been skydiving and she's about to go take additional people. And I was like, cool, yeah, sign me up. I mean, it's always been like a bucket list item, but I never really thought about the experience, if that makes any sense. Like truly, really and truly what it is that you're doing. Throwing yourself off of a plane at whatever 2 miles up in the air, 2-3 miles up in the air. It didn't really occur to me until they opened that door. But let's get back in it. Alright, so I don't know if you saw, but he went to his watch and you saw it was, they call it an altimeter, and it was at the 4, which means that we were 4,000 feet up in the air. I want to say that we jumped at 8,000, between 8,000 and 9,000, something like that.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to jump.
If you look on the right side of the screen, you can see Chris down there. Chris, he was in the group, the party that I was jumping with. It's a buddy of mine. So we could only fit 5 people in this tiny plane. So you got the pilot, you got the 2 people that are jumping, and then you have the tandem partners, because I'm not jumping by myself just in case I pass out in the middle of the air and then I don't rip that cord. You know what I mean? That just gives you an idea how small it is. Like literally there's no space in here to fit anyone else in. It's crazy. All right, I'll shut up now. That's when it got real for me. When they opened that door and Chris went out first and I'm looking down and he's just dropping. It was such the weirdest experience because, again, I hadn't considered what is it that I'm about to do. Like I really hadn't considered it until that door opened. And that's when I was like, oh, I'm about to throw myself off of this thing. All right, so what's happening right now is he's telling me, I don't know if you can hear or not, but he's telling me to pull left and right so you can spin or turn that direction. And the cool thing is, like, if you pull it like all the way down, it almost feels like you're completely horizontal to the ground. So you get like this weird spinning effect where you just almost feel weightless. I mean, you're obviously going still down, but you kind of feel weightless.
Just a bit, John. Tell me again. What do you think about that?
I mean, listen, you could be as cool as you want. You could be as timid as you, right? Like, you could have an idea about what something is, but until you do it, you have no idea. You have no idea. That was crazy. That was crazy. It was like, it was so much force and so much pressure.
What was your favorite part?
I mean, I got scared when you was like, don't go out yet. I'm like, oh, wait, am I not strapped up? But, no, that free fall was insane.
That's fun stuff, isn't it?
It was like so much energy, like it was so much power.
You did good, man. That was fun.
Thank you, man.
Start that wings up.
Yeah, so that's the end of the video. And I meant everything that I was saying in there. It was so much force and power as you're falling, like before the parachute goes up, and I underestimated what that feeling felt like, multiplied by your body is experiencing a sensation that typically leads to death. And that sensation is not one I have ever felt before. That's why I totally forgot there was a camera looking at me. I couldn't even remember if I was breathing or not, because there was just so much happening at one time. So many different floods of sensations that I've never felt before, all in 20, 30 seconds before you pulled that ripcord. Like, it was an amazing experience, and it's one that, like, people who generally look like us don't ever do or have the opportunity to be able to do. So the reason why I wanted to show this video is because of what I was saying in the beginning. You know, you gotta essentially be, you know, comfortable with being uncomfortable and trying new activities like this, new exciting and engaging activities like this. It just increases your depth of knowledge, your depth of perspective, so that, you know, you can understand more things about yourself, how you tick, and take those things on with you into the world to conquer anything that you set your mind to. So would I do it again? I would, but I think it would be a couple of years before I do any skydiving or any of these type of like death-defying experiences again. But I absolutely would. Honestly, if someone asked me next week, I'd probably do it again. I mostly say 3 years because I don't see a group of us going relatively soon again like that in the future. I would. I think it's something where, again, you gotta just step out your own way and do these things. Fact of the matter is that it's more dangerous driving to go skydiving. You have more of a chance to die driving to go skydiving than you actually do skydiving. Anyway, I'd recommend this experience to anybody. I just think it's just one of those things that no matter how many times you watch a video of someone doing something like this, you don't really get an understanding of what it really is until you actually do it. You know, people are asking me like what did it feel like? Like, what type of adrenaline rush was it? And I keep explaining it like pretend like your whole life you're eating shoulder steak and then someone introduces filet mignon to you. And it just heightens your understanding of what meat or beef can taste like. Like, I think that this has heightened my understanding of what life can feel like, or a rush like this can feel like. I can absolutely understand after doing something like this how thrill seekers and adrenaline junkies are born, no doubt. But anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. This has been your video. Questions, comments, concerns, leave it down in the description box down below. All right, slightly different video today, but I hope y'all enjoy just a peek into some of the things that I do outside of this camera. All right, until next time, YouTube. Peace.